Patients at the Cancer Rehabilitation Center at Via Christi are getting the best care possible, thanks in part to Keisha Humphries. Keisha, a registered nurse, is the service line administrator for the facility.
It was about a year and a half ago that my husband was diagnosed with a rare disease, and during that time we thought it was a stage 4 lung cancer, which if he had that, he wouldn't be here now. So we actually had him here on the Cancer Institute, and he was in a room and went through the testing and the biopsies and found out he had a rare disease called Wagner's disease. But he did have chemotherapy, and he was here for quite some time, and I was able to experience I slept on the couch here in the room, and he was here and watched TV, and we kind of moved in. I think the nurses thought it was kind of funny. I brought my suitcase, and I was ready, I was prepared, and I was actually able to walk the experience of that wife and what it's like to be with your loved one in a room. And it made such a difference to me in how we look at things. So now I look at the rooms and how would that have helped, or how that would have hindered his care at that time. And I was also able to experience the care of the nurses. I'd always said they were wonderful because they seemed wonderful to me, but it's very different when you're laying here and your husband's getting chemo and they come to check. They're as good as we said they were. They really are.
At Via Christi, we have two core values that I think really resonate and describe her. One is creativity. It's one of our core values, and it's really being courageous with innovation. And I would say Keisha really personifies that. If you look at her, the members of her team, I have never heard that group say cannot do it, should not do it, we will not do it. They find a way, and they find a way with another core value that we have, showing reverence to people. And I think that's what makes our research, the Cancer Institute, things that Keisha has contributed to, much more genuine, real, and making an impact in people's lives every day.
Each cancer patient experiences a journey unlike anyone else's. Diana Tommy knows how important it is to have support from others while on that journey. She's the executive director of Victory in the Valley, a local organization that provides support to cancer patients, survivors, and their families.
She's an amazing lady. She is easy to work with. She has tremendously good ideas, but she has a big heart, and her heart is for people and for caring for people.
One person who has been through cancer treatment and who now gives back as a volunteer at Via Christi is Stephanie Schaefer.
My journey was about as easy as you can get when you are diagnosed with cancer. I was told in a very loving manner from my GP. I had a great surgeon, I had a great oncologist, and I met Keisha as my clinical trial nurse. She's so soft-spoken, and you could tell that she really cared for the patients. So because of that, I wanted to be on this council to help other patients have a journey like mine. Pairing up with Keisha, who can funnel what the correct way should be and make it more like my journey, is why I love working with Keisha on becoming a cancer survivor.
As a child, Keisha was raised by a single mother who taught her to have an open mind and an open heart. That's a message that guides her, a message she wants to pass on to her children and loved ones.
I remember coming home and saying, I can't do that. And she said, you didn't try hard enough. You can do anything, and you can set your goals to anything. You try hard enough, you can get it. And she's so right. You just have to keep trying, because part of that journey is trying. That failure makes you better at what you're trying to do, and it may not end up where you thought you were going to. But I wouldn't have known that without my mom, always pushing and always pushing.
Keisha took me on a personal tour of Via Christi's Cancer Institute and showed me the quality of life that's provided for cancer-diagnosed individuals. I was so impressed with the areas of prayer, the areas of hope, the areas of interaction, television areas, places to view movies as a family. It just struck my heart and my soul that here was an individual that was struggling with a husband who at the time was diagnosed with cancer. So that by day she was a coordinator for the Cancer Institute, but by night she participated as the spouse of an individual that had been diagnosed with cancer. That really struck me, and I realized that she understood what cancer victims and cancer families go through, because she wanted to provide a facility so that you're not an outsider, but you're an insider. You're within the walls of Via Christi, but you're treated just like you're at your home, in your own living room, in your own bedrooms, and that it's unique. And that's the story of Via Christi's Cancer Institute. It's unique. And they're providing a home for individuals away from home. It's for those reasons that I nominated Keisha Humphries for the Light of Faith Award through Interfaith Ministries.